The Kitchen Bakery Kingdom. The Kitchen Bakery Kingdom. Curly stood on her tiptoes, peeking over the kitchen counter as Wavy carefully measured flour into a big bowl. The kitchen smelled warm and sweet, like vanilla and cinnamon. Today was a special day, baking day. But as always, their imaginations had other plans. "The great baking tournament is about to begin," Wavy announced, dramatically waving a wooden spoon like a royal scepter. Curly gasped. "Oh! Who's competing?" "You and me, of course. And the prize—" Wavy pointed to a golden cookie tin on the counter. "Is the crown of the baking kingdom." Curly clapped her hands excitedly. "I want to be the best baker in the land." With a swirl of magic, or maybe just a sprinkle of flour, the kitchen transformed before their eyes. The countertops stretched into long banquet tables covered in cakes and pastries, and the floor turned into shimmering golden tiles. A grand audience of tiny cookie people cheered from the shelves. The two sisters now wore sparkling aprons like royal robes, and on the stove, a great oven throne awaited the champion's masterpiece. "Let the baking begin," Wavy declared. Curly grabbed a handful of sugar and tossed it into the bowl, watching it rain down like sparkles. Wavy, being more careful, cracked an egg with practiced precision. "I shall make the fluffiest, tastiest, most magical cupcakes ever," Curly proclaimed. "Well, I shall make a grand cake fit for a queen," Wavy countered with a grin. They worked quickly, mixing, stirring, and laughing as flour puffed into the air like enchanted dust. But soon, trouble struck. Curly, in her excitement, accidentally knocked over the milk. It splashed across the counter and onto Wavy's carefully prepared batter. "Oh no!" Curly's blue eyes widened in horror. Wavy gasped, staring at the milky mess. For a moment, it seemed like the grand tournament would end in disaster. But then, Wavy took a deep breath and smiled. "It's okay, Curly. Let's fix it together." Curly sniffled. "But I ruined your cake." Wavy wiped some flour from her cheek and tapped Curly's nose. "Not ruined, just different. Maybe we can turn it into something new." Curly's frown turned into a small smile. "Like a magic pudding cake?" "Exactly." Wavy grinned. Together they adjusted the ingredients, stirring carefully and turning their mistake into something even better. When they finally placed their treats into the grand oven, they held hands, hoping their creations would be delicious. Ding! The oven door opened, and a heavenly aroma filled the air. The cookie audience cheered. The cupcakes were soft and golden, and the pudding cake had a perfect creamy center. "The judges have made their decision," Wavy announced dramatically. She turned to Curly. "It's a tie," Curly giggled. "That means we both win." With a playful bow, Wavy placed the golden cookie tin on Curly's head like a royal crown. "Presenting Queen Curly of the Baking Kingdom." Curly giggled, then lifted the tin and placed it on Wavy's head. "And Queen Wavy?" The kitchen shimmered as the magic faded, returning them to reality. The countertops were no longer banquet tables. The cookie people disappeared, and the golden floor was just the usual tiles. But the warm smell of their delicious treats remained. Wavy smiled. "You know, baking is kind of like magic." Curly nodded. "Yeah, and sometimes mistakes make the best surprises." As they sat at the kitchen table, sharing their sweet creations, they knew that their next adventure was just waiting to be discovered.